Shout out Mr. Kipling's. I want that sponsor.
Asylum Blue, baby.
Yo guys, it's your boy the Purist, and we're back with another special interview. This time it's our own Jordan Dujon. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thanks, man. How you doing?
All good. And we've got his trainer, Mickey and me.
Good.
First time you lot got proper intros, innit?
Yeah.
All right, Jordan, you've got a fight on Friday against Carl Fell.
Mm-hmm.
You've taken this fight on 10 days notice. What was your thoughts going in when you got offered the fight?
It doesn't matter who it is. Anyone can get it.
Simple like that, yeah?
It's literally, that's it.
What was your thoughts when you heard about the fight?
Obviously, from a training point of view, you would like a perfect setup. We ain't gonna get that. You know what I mean? Obviously, we had to. The fight got offered to Jordan. He said yes. I'm in his corner regardless. So
Yeah, we got so little time for the fight. We literally had to do this right after the last training session as well.
Yeah.
How are you feeling after that last session?
I don't get tired.
Literally yesterday, I was telling you, I done like 2 rounds, just throwing punches, and the next day my body was aching. How do you flip that switch from going from a regular, just ticking along, to fight mode?
Yeah, to be honest, I think when you're just ticking over year round, your body's just used to it. So, I mean, just upping it for the last 10 days for fight night, I think it's more of a mental switch, and you don't really recognize the aches and pains along the way, because you know that person's probably had a 6-month training camp, 3-month training camp coming from whatever setup they're coming from. So it's literally a case of fight through the pain and just get the job done.
And for you as a trainer, how is it? Literally, you got 10 days to prepare for a fight. What's the first thing going through your head?
this is an uphill battle, innit? But you know what I mean. I know Jordan. Obviously, we've been working together for now, I think almost 2 years. And I know he's a fit guy. He's always ready. You know what I mean? He's always ready. Obviously, anyone in the fight game will tell you there's fit and there's fighting fit. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you lies and say, yeah, my man's always fighting fit, because I think that's a different kind of mental focus that you only get once you're sure you got a fight. But obviously, within them 10 days, he knows he's got that fight. We've grafted. We've done what we can. But he is, like I said, a naturally fit person. So I do believe he's always got a good 6 rounds in him regardless.
You touched on it that you've been training for 2 years together. How did it first come around for you two to get in touch?
It was actually when I was initially looking for different managers. I went to a few different people. I went to Mickey and Senior. Liked the relationship. Then he said that his son's a trainer. So I'm down, done a few sessions with Mick, done a few sessions elsewhere. And then I just liked the whole setup, liked the way Mick was around a similar sort of age. So it fitted my schedule in terms of what I wanted to achieve in the sport. He's a new upcoming trainer, hasn't really got that background of fighters. So he's trying to prove himself from now till the end of his career. And I think that's more important to me than a trainer that's stuck in their ways. They've trained the same type of fighter for over the last 50 years. Like that's unrealistic. You got to change with the times.
And for you, what was it that made you decide to take Jordan on as a fighter?
I just think straight away you could tell that he was serious. What I liked as well is coming out of the amateurs. He obviously won a novices. He was a novice champion. That was the same title that I won. And he was eager to go pro. And obviously there will be a lot of people in the amateur setup that would advise you there's a certain way you have to go about it. But his mentality was, nah, I'm ready. I'm at this age. I'm where I'm at in life. I want to take that step. And I had the same mentality when I was boxing. And I felt like I can relate to this guy. And the fact that there's going to be something there's already a relation outside of boxing or something that we can vibe with. You know what I mean? There's already a vibe between us just from mentality side. And then obviously the fact that we're both obsessed with the sport of boxing, it was only, you know what I mean? It was easy work. It was fitting, really.
And what's the worst part of training Jordan?
Bruh. You know what? Yeah, we like so close to the fight, so I'm trying to stay positive and whatnot. So I'm not even gonna hot him up right now.
Yeah. We'll wait till after.
But to be honest, I asked you that question, I was thinking, which one do I say, innit?
You know, it is like there's only one thing that I could think of that I could possibly say, but again,
what's that?
To be continued.
No. Listen. I say it straight. Yeah, Jordan has had it hard. He turned pro. He had these first 4 fights back to back, which was a smooth run. You know what I'm saying? Fighting on good win shows. Obviously, you got to sell tickets. It's not the ideal start to your pro career because you ain't really got major backing in that sense, but you work for your own benefit. You work for your own progress. He done that back to back, sold the tickets, got the 4 fights, racked up a few wins, and was looking forward to hitting his second year hard. Obviously, that's when COVID hit. Nah, he was in between. He was like stuck between a rock and a hard place because you're in a position where they're only putting on these big fights, big bills with all these top fighters or fighters that already made it or recognized in the game. He weren't quite there yet. So we've literally sat around for the last year. So I think obviously that's credit to his professionalism. He hasn't really had the opportunity to show it, but he stayed in the gym. He stayed as fit as he can be, and I believe this will be the fight that would take us, that will catapult us into the next level. And I believe once we do that, that's when we're going to see a serious Jordan Dujon. We're going to see what he's actually capable of. I believe he's got a lot more levels to go through.
How was it for you having that year off where you literally couldn't get a fight? There was no bills for you. How did you stay strong and stay in shape?
I'll tell you what, it was a tough year. Literally, especially seeing other boys in my camp getting opportunities. It was hard just knowing that there's literally nothing I can do. And especially knowing that I want to kick on with my career. You got a sort of an idea of how you want your career to play out, how many fights you're going to get per year, then start challenging for titles. I mean, that's what I was looking to do back end of my second year as a pro. But unfortunately, COVID happened, global event. It's affected everyone, not just me. It was mentally tough, but you know what? I've stayed in the gym, and my time's come now, so that's it.
How much did that factor into you taking a fight in 10 days' notice?
You know what it is? This COVID, it got me so mad. I just wanted to punch someone else. Literally, I was just like, anyone can get it. And I said to my trainer as well, I was like, don't matter who they are. I don't care if they're an Olympian, gold medalist. I don't care who they are. Literally, I'm coming through everyone.
But when the fight got announced, like I messaged him saying we've got a fight. We've been offered the fight. I'm typing the next line of the sentence, but I've already sent that bit. I've just got a reply, laughing face, yes, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So going back to the question you asked me as well, what's the hardest thing about it? I say within Jordan, within himself, is actually holding him back. He's ready to fight everyone and anyone today, do you know what I'm saying? And it's hard because I've been in the game for a while. I understand it's a hard, first of all, it's hard to get the big fight. Secondly, as a fighter, you got to be brought onto that level at the right timing, you know what I mean? But he actually, within himself, I know he's ready to fight everyone and anyone. So when this fight come about, it was a given. I knew he was going to take it. Like I said, it's not ideal, but if it's a kid, this 0-0, he's untested. It's his debut. Obviously, we're going off a massive amateur background, amateur pedigree. This is the pro game, you know what I mean? This is the pro game. So it's just, yeah, we see it's a different ball game altogether, really. And once you get in there, obviously he's had a massive preparation, a lot longer than we have. But at the end of the day, the pro game is a fight. It's who wants it most, isn't it?
You're heading out to Bolton tomorrow, right? You've done the hotel experience a few times with your fighters. Obviously, there's ups and downs with it. How do you think Jordan's going to cope with that?
I think Jordan's going to take his PlayStation and be set, but I don't think I'm going to see him. I think I'm going to have to make sure he ain't smuggling no cakes into his room. Other than that, I reckon he's all right.
Shout out Mr. Kipling's. I want that sponsor.
Now, for me, it's a good setup. I actually like the lockdown because it's like from Wednesday, obviously before last year, we'd actually, me personally as a trainer, I'd never experienced boxing on any of the larger bills, the Frank Warren, MTK and all these. We was actually only on the Goodwin bills, the small hall shows. And like I said before about ticket sales and all this, there's a whole lot of procedures you got to go through before you even get into the ring. It's a lot of headache for the fighter, for the managers, the trainers, everybody. It's pure business. But with these lockdowns, we land in the hotel Wednesday, 12 o'clock, and the fight is Friday evening. We got nothing to think about till then, nothing to worry about, nothing to focus on other than the fight. So I think it's beneficial. It's beneficial.
And for Jordan, like I said, this is the first time on a major bill. You've done the small hall shows. The first time you're going live on YouTube and live in America on ESPN Plus. Have you had time to think of that and take that in?
Listen, it doesn't matter. I mean, I've done live YouTube stream in the national finals, so to me, it's no difference. Once you step in through that ring, you're not thinking about any of that. And I think supposedly, if there was a crowd there, maybe I'll be a bit taken back from it. But this, to me, it's just me and him. It could be a gym session. It could be a sparring session. But obviously, it's a lot more intense. I'm trying to take this guy out. But other than that, no, it makes no difference to me.
What about on a personal level? Like a proud moment for you?
Not yet, no. Maybe one day when I look back on it, but not now.
Just straight focus on the fight.
Straight focus on the fight.
You have any thoughts of after the fight? Where you gonna take me when you celebrate?
We're going to Brazil, lads.
No, I like that answer, man. I like that answer. We ain't looking at this nothing more than what it is right now, you know? So it is what it is. It's a fight. We're going to get in there, bust a man up and get out.
Of course, you're 4-0 as a pro, but your opponent is his debut. So, of course, for him to say, for my first opponent, I want someone who's 4-0, someone who obviously has a winning record. Most guys, their first fight is probably someone with 10 wins and 100 losses. But they've stepped up to you. Have you thought about the magnitude of the fight?
You know what? To be honest with you, I think it's in terms of me v him, that's a high level ranking fight. Realistically, this is not a fight that will be made until maybe an English title level, bout. But just the way the pandemic's playing out, they ain't got a lot of options. They can't be going that journeyman route, trying to big their fighter up over 10, 12, 15 fights. They have to take the hard fights because people ain't interested in just blasting out a journeyman. So now, the pressure's on him because for his debut, he's going to have them nerves. And I'm an unknown commodity. They don't really know how good I am, how good of an amateur I was, how good of a professional I am, because I ain't even got out of first gear. So that's something that's going to be a shock factor on the night. But in terms of it's a massive fight, and it's going to be downplayed on the card, but I guarantee you it'll probably be the fight of the night.
You as well, you're 4-0. This is your first major step up as well.
Yeah.
What do you want to show people that you haven't showed them before?
To be honest with you, that I can beat up more than taxi drivers. Because that's all people seem to think that I'm good for at the minute. But at the end of the day, I took the fights that was there at the time. Now, it's the time to prove it against someone who's actually an accredited boxer. So, let's go.
See, it's a much bigger bill. It's going to improve your profile so much. They're getting those other fights, like, you see this fight as a stepping stone where once you've taken this, your name is out, then after that, the options will open up.
Every fight's a stepping stone. But this one, to me, this is a world title fight. I'm not looking past this. There's literally, I'm there for him. I'm not even looking at anything else right now.
Me as a trainer, there's no going back. You're always looking forward, you know what I mean? It's the next challenge. It's the next mountain you want us to climb, you know what I mean? We'll take on this guy. In the ideal world, obviously, we're going to go smack him up regardless. In the ideal world, Lee E and sees what we do to man and realises, raw, these brothers are worth investing in. Gives my man a couple fights on a MTK show, gets him to carry on building up his record. To go and throw us in another big 50-50 fight against one of your prospects. And we just carry on laying man out, you know what I'm saying?
So from here on out, it's just straight.
Line them up.
Like I said, line them up. I'll knock them down. Doesn't matter.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. The fight is on Friday night. MTK Global Show, IFL TV, YouTube, ESPN Plus if you're in America. Thank you for tuning in.
Cheers.
And any last message you want to give to the fans?
Tuning in. It's going to be a great night of boxing.
All right. Thank you guys for watching again.